Explorers, Kid Explorer here, and today I'm here to talk about supporting the local community when you travel. When you support the local community, you are supporting the people who live there. You're directly supporting those people, and in return, those people that you supported will help preserve the land, culture, and community. So your support to their local business and that community will go far for that area of the world. And it will be a great experience for you because you get to connect and immerse with the local culture and community and meeting the people as you travel the globe. And it is a great sustainable travel tip because it also helps the environment when you support the local community. So in today's video, I'm going to give you various ways that you can support the local community, and make sure you stay all the way to the end so you can hear all of the tips of how you can support the local community when you travel. Now let's get into today's video. And before we do, make sure you hit the subscribe button and a notification bell. It is free for you to do so. And if you're already a subscriber, thank you so much. I truly appreciate it. And if at any time during this video you find it helpful, make sure you leave me a little tip by hitting the thanks button down below. Now let's get into today's video. So the first tip that I want you to be mindful of when you are traveling the globe is to leave no trace. That means what you go with, you take back with you. And if you buy something there that is disposable, put it in the proper place to dispose of. You do not want to leave any trace behind. When you're littering in another community or in your own community, the wind doesn't just pick up that litter and put it into a trash can. It doesn't just properly just put it back in the planet. It just sits there, and sometimes it just gets, compacted with mud and dirt on it, and it never really decomposes. So you want to make sure you properly dispose of things and take things back with you, because when you leave stuff behind, it can affect that local soil, the culture. It can affect that environment, their pollution, and all of that. So you don't want to contribute to that. You want to leave the place that you visit in a better shape if you can, if not the same way as you left it. Next up, you want to dine at local restaurants. And when I say that you want to dine at places, because those local restaurants from those local small businesses are usually sourcing their food from local sources and not importing from across the globe, like McDonald's or Starbucks or whatever. They are global companies, and so they are getting their shipments from around the globe. Yes, some stuff may be sourced locally, but that's not always guaranteed because they are global companies. When you go to that mom and pop shop or that small owned restaurant with only one location, which is in that community you're visiting, they're probably not sourcing from another country because of their resources. So when you go and check out a local restaurant and support that local business owner, you're giving money back to that community, directly to that owner, and you're more than likely eating more traditional foods. And another great way of trying something locally, I saw this in a YouTube video, is that try to go to a local cafeteria. And I'm not talking about like a little cafe where you get coffee. I'm talking about a cafeteria, like at a school where you can go get a tray and they slop stuff on your plate. Because when you go to a local cafeteria, you're getting a little bit more of the traditional flair. So try to eat local when you can, and you can find local restaurants. You can go on Yelp at times to find local restaurants. You can do Google searches, obviously, to find local restaurants, and try to talk with people who have been there or people who live there to find out what are some great local restaurants that you can try when you're visiting that area. Now, these are always fun, and something I always love to do when I visit another country is go to a local market. It can be an artisans market, it can be a produce market, it could be whatever type of market you want it to be. But I love going to markets because you always meet local vendors there. Now, yes, you have to be mindful of local markets at times because sometimes they, it's just a tourist trap and they have these items that were actually not made in that country. But if you can go to a local artisans market where they're actually artists that are crafting their own paintings or little, sculptures or something of that nature, those are always cool to check out because you are getting things and purchasing things from local artists, supporting their art community, as well as supporting people who purchase things locally. So again, you're not importing and using so much resources to get something into that country or into that region for the artist to create the way they can create. And also when you are purchasing from a local artist, you're able to get something from that culture to take home with you so you can always remember it when you look back at it in the future. And also, one thing to note, when you go to markets in a lot of places around the globe, people like to bargain. They're usually going to really overprice you because they know you're American. But when you are an American traveling to different cultures, the dollar can go far in a lot of places. So yes, pay reasonably, don't get overpriced because you're a tourist, but be reasonable. Don't try to just win the bargain for principle. You know you can tip them an extra couple dollars because an extra couple dollars to them could be a lot of money, and that can go far for them in their local community. Next up, try to book tours with local companies. Yes, there are international companies that you can book tours of a certain region around the globe. Companies like Gate One, they may partner with local vendors. I'm not sure, so don't quote me on that. But I'm talking about companies like Gate One or Intrepid Travel or something, because they're curating these tours and they are global companies. So some of the funds that you're paying to that travel company is not actually going to the local tours, if any. So you want to try to book local tours. Now, if you do have to book through those global companies because you just don't feel like doing the arrangements, just do your research to make sure they are using local resources when you book your travels. But if not, you can always go and find local tours. Viator is a great option. Again, if you book through Viator, there can be at times, they may raise the fee because it is a third-party service, but Viator does connect you to local tour guides around the globe. Or you can always do research. There's different books out there that you can go and check out, and guides as well, to kind of find local tours. Like the ABC New Green Book, it lists a lot of local tour companies in that book around the globe that you can actually reach out to and have a tour, a day tour, or tour the city or country or whatever it is when you get to that location. So book locally for your tour guides. Another great way to connect with the local community and support it when you travel is to book some type of workshop. That workshop could be learning how to make a rug. Like in Cappadocia, they made different beautiful expensive rugs there. Or you can take a pottery class, or take a language class, take a cooking class, which is also really great because you usually are cooking something local to that traditional culture there. So when you take those local workshops, you're usually taking it with someone who works in that community. So you're able to really learn about something that they're creating in their community or their language, as well as supporting that community through that type of option of a workshop. Lastly, another great way to support the local community when you travel is to volunteer. So you can look up local organizations in that community to volunteer and give back to that area when you're traveling there. You can volunteer like at a language school, like people may be trying to learn English, or you can, look to see what is something pressing in that area to help volunteer. Like I volunteered to help do a study at the Great Barrier Reef in Australia, or I volunteered to help animals at a conservation in Costa Rica. So there's different agencies out there that you can actually volunteer with locally. Just do your research and make sure they are actually doing what they say they're doing. But it's a great way to really give back to that environment, that community, and supporting a cause in that region of the world. Okay, explorers, so I really hope you enjoyed today's video and learning about different ways you should try to support the local community when you travel around the globe. It's definitely a great way to give back to the community and the culture that you're actually visiting, instead of taking away so many different things from that community, culture, and society. And also you get to help their local economy and help them continue to thrive. And remember that when you support that local community and those people in that community, they can continue to help preserve that culture and that environment and that economy when you support them directly instead of these global companies. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit the like button. Please don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. It is free for you to do so and helps me provide more and better content to you in the future. And if you're already a subscriber, thank you so much. I truly appreciate it. If you have any questions about this video, make sure you leave them down below in the comment box. And make sure you share this video with your friends, family, and social media networks. And if you are the exploring queen or king that you truly are, and you are going to get out there and support your local communities as you travel, make sure you check out my merchandise shop so you can purchase something to show that you are the traveling, exploring queen or king that you are. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day or night wherever in the world you are. Bye.